Before we have our next speaker, which is the great mayor of this city, I want to acknowledge another mayor that is here somewhere. This is Mayor Willie Brown, who 2 years ago, when I sat across the table from him, I was trying to explain to him what my mother, Angela Alioto, was doing. And he said to me, what is this church thing about? I was trying to raise money for a church. And I said, Mayor Brown, we're trying to raise money for the church. Yes, that's right. It's a spiritual center. It will become the spiritual center of the world. And then I told him about the perdono. And when I told him about the perdono, I said, hopefully there'll be a day every year where you can walk through the entrance of this church. When in Assisi, as a little child, my mother would push me in and out this door on this day. And I said to Mayor Brown, I said, you will be forgiven of all your sin. He said, sign me up. So Mayor Brown, to another great mayor of this city, I thank you for coming here today. The next person I'd like to introduce is a man who has really shown the world that when you act locally, you can truly affect globally. And today he is fresh off the heels of the opening of our great museum in Golden Gate Park, which is fitting because it's a museum for animals. So as the city and county of San Francisco welcomes a new home for some of its most amazing animals, we open this church as well in celebration of St. Francis. Mayor Gavin Newsom, welcome.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Mr. Archbishop, thank you. Cardinal Leveda and Abstentia, all of you, thank you very much for coming out this afternoon. And to Joe and to the entire Veronese family, congratulations. I know how hard you've worked, and I know how proud you are on this day. To Mayor Ricci, welcome to San Francisco, and thank you for those fabulous words. And on behalf of your entire delegation, it's an honor to have you here in our great city. And to Angela Alioto, just one moment, because I will spend plenty of the given few moments that I have talking about you. But first, I want to just say a few words about our city. Standing in there moments ago and seeing all of those wonderful kids come up and speak of peace and talk of the remarkable universality that is peace reminds me so much of what this city is about at its soul. We're the birthplace of the United Nations. We're a city that has long been a city more of doers than dreamers, a city that it's on its very foundation here, the church that was originally built before it was rebuilt after the great quake of 1906 was built literally at the birth of our city in 1849, where people came from around the world for riches and new beginnings. It was at the core, the foundation of our city, that we recognize that our fate is tied to the fate of others. One of the most diverse cities in one of the most diverse regions, in the most diverse state, in the world's most diverse democracy, San Francisco. And that is a remarkable thing. And what makes it special is that we are able to reconcile all those differences. We celebrate those differences each and every day. But at the end of the day, we unite around our common humanity. We unite around our common values, the things that unite us, the things that bind us together. And that's what we're celebrating today with this incredible work that Angela has advanced and produced, this incredible spirit that unites our proud past with our present and our future, the spirit of St. Francis. And that's why I'm proud to be a representative, not only of this city, but more importantly, someone who's had the privilege of growing up in this wonderful city. I am proud of Angela in particular because she's really been one of the shining stars in our city. She's someone that leads with her heart, and if passion can persuade, she can persuade any of us to do anything. It has been that passion twinned with her action, that faith that has been defined by hard work, that willingness to make real the notion that God's work is truly our own, hands and feet. That's why we're here. Angela's dream, her vision, her passion, her purpose, her faith, her constancy, her resolve, her willingness not to accept no, to get things done is the reason we're here. There were few people, if any, that believed that she could do what she set out to do. And I don't think this, I know it, because I remember being at some of the meetings where there were just one or two people that were willing just to indulge in the conversation. Those meetings grew, the sense of optimism grew, the sense of hopefulness grew, and in turn she started convincing one person after another, including my predecessor, Mayor Willie Brown, that it was possible to do something that would be distinguishable in the context of its significance, in the context of reconciling the fact that so often replicas are things that we are happy with but not necessarily always proud about. This replica is something to celebrate. This replica is something to celebrate. It is an extraordinary, extraordinary effort. And so it's in that spirit as well. I want to thank all the folks that worked on it, all the artisans, all the contractors, all of the folks that were out there that day in and day out did the impossible, that sacrificed not only their time and talent, but also their reward as in such, because a lot of folks didn't work for a lot of money to make this Porziuncola real. And so I honor them as well today. Angela, you are a tremendous gift to our city. You're an inspiration to others because of, again, your sense of not only pride in your city, but your sense of responsibility to give back to your city. And I always say in life, Angela had formal authority when she was a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. She ran for mayor. I ran with her at the time. She did not reach the mayor's office. But for me, it's almost trivial, because what matters most is moral authority. People with moral authority make great strides and change the world. Formal authority is fine. It's a title, but it's the capacity to do things you believe in against all odds that define the greatness of individuals. And Angela, today marks the greatness of your passion, and I proudly honor you today in this capacity. Thank you all very much for being out.